lot to get to in this video. We're going to be talking about the latest trade rumors, one from Mike Valenti and the other one from the Bleacher Report. I'll give you my thoughts on this bad boy. What do I think of these potential trades? We're also going to get into the prospects that has visited the Detroit Lions. You're going to see a significant trend, real easy to see, so it will help you worry a little bit less. And we're going to get into the Amon-Ra Extension. It looks like it's going to be taking place here, and that's great news for our Detroit Lions. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 67,000 subscribers. We're at 66. Let's keep going in the right direction. Smash that sub button. We're going to get started with a potential trade that was given up by Mike Valenti from 97 Won the Ticket. He says, don't play this game with me, that we are somehow poor, or if we pay L'Jarius Sneed, we cannot function, or there would be money for Aidan. Or what about Amon-Ra? Valenti said, you're in a beautiful cap situation, so I want you to remind me again. Here, talking to my ear. Tell me why I wouldn't want the Lions to pick up the phone, offer the 61st, and offer a 5-year, $95 million deal. Tell me why. Now, honestly, when he said the second-round pick, that seems to be, honestly, decent value. Maybe a third-round pick, but it's not out of the realm when it comes to upgrading that corner position because the Lions need help there. But with that said, you're giving up a second-round pick for a young guy who you can develop. It's not the fact that we don't need a Sneed or anything like that. It's just, do you trust Brad Holmes to do well in this NFL draft and acquire talent in the second round that could be better than Sneed? Now, Sneed would probably be better in the short term, but obviously if you draft a player, that's more of a long-term thing. So, look, honestly, it's not that bad of a trade. The money is not really that big of a deal. It's probably more the trade comp. It would be a bold move for sure. I don't think the Lions are going to do that. If he were to get tagged to trade, don't see that being the case. But they could if he makes it to free agency. So we're going to have to be watching on this one for sure. We don't know exactly where it's going to go. So would you trade for L'Jarius Sneed? Y for yes and N for no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Folks, what I do got to talk about, I want y'all to save some money. And if you don't like overpaying for sports, you need to get GameTime. With killer deals, last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed, you can stop stressing and getting hyped for the fun that you're going to have. It is easy to find and buy tickets in every kind of event in your area, whether that's sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price guaranteed is the GameTime guaranteed, which means you always get the best prices. And if you find tickets in the same section in a row or less, GameTime will credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. In the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. Shows you where your seat is, and if you move your phone left to right, you can see the area like a 3D live photo. So it's simple. Download the GameTime app. Put in Lions Chat to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section, plug in Lions Chat, get $20 off. Terms due to apply. You got to create an account to save some money. Now, the info is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. If you're buying Lions tickets or any other tickets this year, make sure you're using GameTime. Download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. What's not going to be a low price is the contract extension for Amon-Ra St.Brown. They're going to extend him, and it's happening right now. They're meeting with representatives of Amon-Ra St.Brown to get the deal done, reported by Dave Birkett and everybody else. St.Brown was my big priority for Lions to re-sign him this offseason. And they're going to do that. And he is going to get paid a big old paycheck. And that's good. We want him to. We want the man who gave us a lot of first downs, gave us a lot of love this year. 119 receptions, 1,515, 10 touchdowns, 164 targets. He outplayed his contract 50 million-fold. And when you have a guy in St.Brown who's a dog, never quits, fights through injury, physical, chip on his shoulder, never really misses, you keep that guy. That's St. Brown. And the Detroit Lions need to make sure they do that. But how much potentially could it be for a StBrown extension? Here's the top 5 wide receiver contracts that we got going on right now. Okay, Davante Adams, $28 million. Tyreek Hill, $30 million. Amari Cooper, $20 million, $25 million. A.J. Brown and Stefon Diggs, they're different. The reason why it's out of order for money is they're different years on each deal. So that's why it's different. But St. Brown, if the Lions are going to get him, it's going to cost them some money, and that's okay. Probably going to be in the realm of around, I don't know, you'd think around $25 million a year for Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's going to cost the Lions some money because he's a dog. He is a top 5 wide receiver. He is. He is a top 5 wide receiver. So he's going to get paid big, and that's okay. This is why we got the cap space. This is the whole plan for the Detroit Lions. You sign your own players. Okay, so we may not go cray-cray in free agency, but we're going to go cray-cray re-signing our own guys. And St. Brown, he deserves every penny. Every single penny that he gets. We love St. Brown here. Would you extend Amon-Ra St. Brown? Y for yes and N if you're a hater. Let me know in the comments below. Bleacher Report throwing out a potential trade out there to get Bills cornerback Rasul Douglas to the Detroit Lions. He will obviously use a Green Bay Packer, so we kind of know who he is. And he is obviously a veteran quarterback on multiple teams. Not going to cost a lot from a financial ramification if you're to trade for him. I mean, we're talking only, $10 million in cap? That's nothing. He's 30 years old, though. That's the thing. What would it take to get him on this football team? Well, here's the trade details that they have. Lions get a 6th-round pick and Rasul Douglas. Bills get Lions' 3rd-round pick. So we get a pick back, but we give up a 3rd-round pick. Still a high draft pick. I would consider this after free agency and after the draft. I think that's something that the Lions could look to do. I just don't think it's an option right now. I don't think it's the smartest option right now to do that because we have the ability right now in free agency in the NFL draft to fill that hole. And a 3rd-round pick is a high-value pick, especially for us. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm fine with it after the fact. I'll be fine whatever Brad Holmes does. Let's keep it 100. But at the same time, want to make sure that we get young talent and continue to build this team the correct way, regardless of what Mike Valenti, the Bleacher Report, anybody thinks. They're going to do what they think. And if people don't like it, oh well. They really don't care. So we'll see what they do at that corner position. Lions got a lot of visits here, and you're noticing something. Cornerback, 1 wide receiver. Linebacker, edge, corner, safety. Folks, a lot of edges there. A lot of corners there. That's the truth. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Quinyon Mitchell on that list. Now remember, Brad Holmes generally drafts a little less than, he drafts about 50% of his draft picks are from a pre-draft visit. And you're seeing Darius Robinson, who's been flying a little bit. Nelson Caesar, Marshawn Nealon, Braylon Trice. A lot of people like Braylon Trice. I do as well. Awesome. Awesome to see. They have our back, folks. They do. Brad Holmes has our back. I know a lot of people say we need to get defense, myself included. But I've been saying, don't worry about it. Brad Holmes knows. Don't worry about it. Dan Campbell knows. Don't worry about Aaron Glenn. You know he knows. He's feeling the heat. He was feeling it for the last couple years. It's time for them to get that secondary fixed. It's time for them to get the pass rush fixed. That's the way it needs to be. Lions got to get better from there. So, look, that's what they're doing here. They're going to go BPA, but they want to get these positions locked down. And seeing Quinyon Mitchell on there is really nice because I love Quinyon Mitchell, but you'd have to trade up to get him. He's not going to be there at 29. So that just shows me right there, you know, obviously they're going to do their due diligence on trading up and trading down, but they're going to get this secondary better. They're going to get this pass rush better. We all should be able to do a little bit of a sigh of relief. We knew it was going to happen, but when you see the evidence, right back here, you look at it all, it's proof. They know it. They know what they're doing. And it's good. Because we absolutely got to get better in the secondary. And at the edge position. Just depends what position, at what pick. We do feel that they're going to go edge, corner, DT, guard in the draft. Obviously, they're definitely with the corners and the edges. So it's a good thing to see for our beloved Detroit Lions, knowing the fact that they understand what we need, and they're gonna address it for us so we can stop stressing and start having fun, because that's what we need to do. Get better roster-wise and have fun doing so. Free agency's coming up here real quick. Then we'll have more answers for the draft. We'll know a lot more after free agency, so that's really good. Folks, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe if you've not done so. Do it right meow. Get her done. All you got to do is subscribe. Trying to get to 67,000 subscribers. With that said, folks, adios.